Alright, this is just a quick video. Why did my Ford Ranger brakes seize up? Well, there's a simple answer to that. So this is a 1997 Ford Ranger, which is actually in really good shape body-wise. The frame's been fixed on it, a few other parts been fixed on it. My son just picked this truck up, but it had brake issues. Felt it pulsating when we test drove it, so we knew it was going to need something. But relatively quickly, basically the front right brake seized right up for the most part. And basically this truck's been sitting for so long that everything is so rusted that the brakes could not return. You know, so when you pressed your brake pedal and your calipers squeeze down onto the brake pads here, which then squeeze onto your rotor, gripping it and causing the vehicle to stop. When you let off the brake, of course, all that reverses. It lets off just a little bit and allows it to return back. In order for that to happen, though, the brakes, these little tabs right here, which are really rusty right now, on both ends, they sit on either side of the rotor in these little trays right here. This is cast iron, of course, but then you get these stainless steel plates that keep it from rusting on both sides. There's one on the back side too, probably see that, and there's one on the top here and here, so for both pads to sit right in here and squeeze this. Well, what had happened was, is so many years of sitting around, rust had built up, and even though these stainless steel pieces were in good shape, there was caked on rust in between here, causing this to be pull up a little bit, which is putting pressure on the pad itself. So the pad could not release off of the rotor. So it was just basically keeping a grip on the rotor the whole time. Once you press the brake, it was just binding up. In turn, what has happened is, of course, it destroyed the brakes, but the pads were in rough shape anyways and need to be replaced. But it also has warped the rotor. So we're going to have to put a new rotor on here and, of course, new pads. But what I did is I completely disassembled all this. It looks clean now. I disassembled all these things pop right off. These little plates, top and bottom. Wire brushed underneath here, cleaned everything all up, sprayed it with brake cleaner, did it at the top, and I did the other side of the truck as well. And now we're going to put some new pads and stuff back on this thing. But if you find your vehicle is pulling to the right, or you feel pulsating in your brake pedal or in your steering wheel, you feel it pulsating like one way, chances are your brakes are not releasing, or you might have a bad bearing. But this is very common for something to cause the brake pads not to release. Now, it could have been a bad caliper, which is the part that squeezes the pads. It also can be a bad brake line. Sometimes these things collapse inside themselves, and if you step on the brake, the fluid will go in squeezing, but then it can't release very easily, so it keeps the brake squeezed as well. So there's several things that could cause this problem. In this case, it looks like it was just years of rust and just sitting around. It was built up. I mean, I just tapped on this thing with a hammer and all this rust came off. The integrity of these pieces and the caliper appear to be still okay. It was just so much rust built up that the brake pads just could not release from the rotor. So hopefully we'll get some new pads on this thing and new rotor, and we should be good to go. So hopefully this helps you out a little bit. If you have a problem with that, check that out. See if it's all caked up with rust, and this will probably fix your problem. Thanks for swinging by Shane's Main Shop. Please like, subscribe, comment, come back often for more videos. Have a great day.